we obviously have a different take on settlements, and I'm trying to ascertain what you mean. So there are 500,000 Jews living in Yehuda v'Shomron in the West Bank today, yeah? So I'm asking you, what happens to those people? That's all I'm asking.
Again, I'm not a decider on that matter. You know, I'm
You're
sure it's
saying
going to be a case by
expand the
case.
settlement.
I'm sure. Let me just finish.
Yeah, just
This is
bring it
something that
up.
you guys haven't prepared for. And this is why I noticed. This is why I noticed that a lot of Israelis are panicking because they've never fathomed the day that maybe
No
the
one,
Palestinians might win,
no
and
one's
so they haven't
panicking.
got like a backup plan for their own people. They've never actually like conceptualized, hey, what if the actual Palestinians win and we've got a bunch of settlements that we've built and we have no backup plan? What is going to happen to us? Again, these are the consequences of doing illegal stuff. So if you built illegal settlements, you are a criminal. So therefore, you should be dealt as such. You should be dealt as a criminal because you're breaking international law and you're occupying people's lands. That's your responsibility, not the Palestinians' responsibility. You brought them in there. You can also take them out the same way that you did in Gaza. Okay, it's not a biggie. With all due respect, the same way that you can displace over 750,000 Palestinians, you can also accommodate your own people if need be. With all due respect.
So nobody needed to read between the lines then. You were very, very clear. Your solution to this conflict is the ethnic cleansing of Jews from communities they've lived in before the advent of Islam. Before Muhammad came along and told over the Quran to the
I did not
Sahaba,
say that.
before Muhammad came along and told over the Quran to the Sahaba, before Umar ibn al-Khattab marched into Israel from Arabia, before the Arab conquests, multiple conquests of the land, there were Jews living there. There were Jews in communities like Hebron. And for you to sit there and say the only ethical solution is the removal of these Jews from that land, and your words were, however, Israel got them in there, Israel can work out how to get them out. You are advocating for ethnic cleansing. Any solution that anyone proposes that creates refugees, in my mind, is an immoral solution. I would not sit here and say we need to remove the Arabs from Israel. Heaven forbid. The Arabs have every right to live in Israel and have the right to the same privileges that the Jews have, that the Christians, the Muslims, the Jews, whomever they are. They are all equal under the law. In contrast, under the Palestinian Authority, Jews are barred from citizenship. If an Arab sells their house to a Jew, they face death or jail. Your solution is not just. Your solution is the fate of the Jews throughout our history under various religions, Christianity, Islam. Your solution is yet again the ethnic cleansing of Jews from an area. And that is not just. A just solution would be that the Jews and the Arabs who live there remain there. That would be a just solution. They find a way to coexist. But you weren't talking language of coexistence. You were talking language of accountability and justice. And when pressed, what do you mean? Your response was ultimately ethnic cleansing. And anyone who listened to what you said heard it loud and clear. The Jews need to leave. Zabida, never again. We have a state today, and we will fight to our last man and our last breath that we will not be ethnically cleansed from this land. We have no other land. We have nowhere else to go. We're tired of relying on others to save us. Today, we save ourselves. When Hamas rise up and murder our grandparents and our children, we fight back. We don't beg Muslim leaders to save us from Hamas. We don't beg America or Europe to come to our defense. No, we stand against those that seek to cut us down. And so far, all praise be to God, we have absolutely smashed each one of those that rose up to destroy us.